Welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. Episode 97 and our second year anniversary is brought to you by Lyalatron, one of our newest Patreon patrons. Today, Sergio and I are celebrating 2 years of Haken. We'll be talking about the big events from the past year, play a fun little game, and then discuss our goals for Season 3 of the show. So to begin, hello Sergio, how you doing?
Hi Chewy, and hello everyone joining us live. I am very excited. It's been a very good weekend. What about yourself?
I'm doing well. We're a few minutes late because I was really pushing things to the wire, as I usually do right before a live show. But this time it was mostly just me trying to record the Animal Crossing New Horizons theme song on guitar. And oh my goodness, there's a part at the end of the song that is so messy and I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's so hard and I don't know exactly what to play to make it cleaner, but I'm working on it and I'm hoping to have it done before I edit this final thing, you know?
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. So I've been learning that song all weekend. I've been working on other songs as well. I'm not going to have time to record those though. Oh. So you'll have to wait, but and I'll get to this too because it's one of the goals, but I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, welcome everybody. We're doing a live show today. So here we are live and in the fleshy audio. So anyways, I actually wanted to kick off the show by doing some audience participation. So we've got some questions for you throughout this show. We'll be asking you some of them, but the first one, and you know, Sergio actually came up with all of these because he's the best, but the first question is, if you could get one Pokemon as a villager in Animal Crossing, which would you pick? Sergio.
Nice.
I feel like I know your answer.
I may surprise you, actually.
Okay, now I'm interested because I was going to think you were going to say like Pikachu.
No, or not even Scorbunny. I'm actually going with someone who I think is even more neutral than those two. It would be Eevee.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good one. Because I've been thinking, I have a voucher left, which I'm saving for Pokemon Shield. But I keep going like, oh, there's Link's Awakening or Let's Go Eevee. Because I got Let's Go Pikachu way back in the day, but the Eevee one's better, I've got to say. Like, that Eevee that you get is way cool, you know? So I kind of want that one. Me, I would pick... Actually, I want you to guess what I would pick.
What would Chewy pick?
And I'll tell you, here's my little hint, too. I think you have something. But this is just like, if I could start with any Pokemon, I would also just pick this Pokemon. I don't know how good a hint that is, but yeah, I'll let you go with that.
That complicates my answer more. I was going to guess a bird. I don't know if I'm right.
Oh, you are not right. Okay, so I would pick Cyndaquil. Because it's so cute. It's the cutest Pokemon in the whole wide world, and you can't change my mind. Except unless maybe you say, like, Latios or something. Latios is really cute, too. Okay, but here's some answers from everybody. Quantrell said Eevee. Mal said Snorlax. Snorlax is fun, too. Tab said Pikachu or Pikachu. Panic Mancer said Bulbasaur. Let's see, Katamari said Ponyta or Rapidash. Those would actually be pretty cool because we already have like the horses in Animal Crossing, you know? So I think that'd be fun. Litten is my kitten from Sarah. I added the kitten part, but Litten, I love Litten.
Nice.
And then Reina said Delibird. Fennec said Entei. That would be pretty cool. I've seen a lot of like drawings of Pokemon villagers too, and they're really cute.
Yes.
Nina said Eevee. And then, let's see, maybe Frozen said Rowlet or Turtwig. Those are cute too. I need turtles. I need turtle villagers so bad. Small Kitty said Puplio, and then Dragon says, why are we talking about Pokemon? Well, because it was a fun question. So, okay, Sergio, this is a big episode. This is our second year of doing Haken.
Yes.
I was very torn about whether to do this episode last week or this week, just because last week the episode came out literally the day before our 2-year anniversary.
Yes,
Um,
interesting timing, yeah.
yeah. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend a little more time thinking about this one. And so I pushed it back a week, and I was like, this is officially within that 2-year range. So I think it was a good time to have it.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, so I kind of listed out some major events that happened because last time we kind of listed all of the Animal Crossing news that we got, and I cheated by putting like all the Animal Crossing news we didn't get. So I listed like a bunch of different things. This time around, I just kind of focused in on the Animal Crossing news, but I'll probably tell you all the times we expected news but didn't get any still,
Yes.
So the first big one, and this actually happened just before our 2-year anniversary. So that was Animal Crossing Switch was announced for 2019, and that was on September 13th,
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. Mhm.
Yeah, so September 18th is our official 2-year anniversary. Apparently, I started this show September 18th, 2017. So it's been a
Right.
couple years. So that was the one right before it. So luckily, we got to end the first year of Haken with some good news. It took long
Right.
enough. After that, we didn't get news for a very long time.
Oh
9
my.
months we waited. And the January Direct, that wasn't a thing. That didn't even happen. February Direct, we got let down for sure.
Yes.
And then we had to wait all the way till June. E3, we got the reveal of Animal Crossing New Horizons. And what a day that was. I just remember being the happiest day ever.
Yes.
Yeah, and we see some congratulations here. Happy birthday to Haken. Happy season 3, everyone. Yeah, this is officially season 3, and I'm very excited about that. The next thing that happened, and funny enough, it was just this past month, we got some more Animal Crossing news, and we got to see New Horizons again in that September Direct. So not bad, Nintendo. You're not letting us down so far, but I'm still expecting it, low key.
Yeah, it looks like September is a good month for Animal Crossing news throughout the years.
Yes, literally 2 Septembers in a row, we got some Animal Crossing stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully next September we've got something good too. I don't know what it could be, but it better be awesome.
Yeah.
We just need that Smash treatment, is all I've been saying. Um, So in that time, we've had some fun guests. We had Saint Rudo join the show. She was actually our first guest. It was very fun to have her on. And then Japanese Nintendo, or Brian Cooper. He's
Yes.
from the UK. And that was a really fun episode as well. We've had Dramakins up a couple times. And then we had a very special art episode with our very own Grizzly Nina, who is now Island Grizzly on the chat. So give her a shout out. I've told her the other day that I'm really excited for there to be some new like cover art for the game, like official cover art, so we can have her on again and then, talk about more of that artwork.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And then recently we also had Quantrell join us, and that was a really good time too. A lot of people have really enjoyed all of the guests that we've had. I know they like us, but I feel like they like to have a little change every once in a while, especially because we're reaching 100 episodes pretty soon.
Yeah.
And so they've heard a lot. I ramble. You guys know this. I go on and on. I don't know if I've let you get anything in here, Sergio. Yeah, I don't know. You have anything to say so far?
No, just definitely very, very glad and happy to have had this guest. It's been a really good year, and we had more guests in our second year than in our first. And it's like you said, it's very good to have them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I'm getting a little reminder too that Alex, or Coconut, as some may know him, and Emily with 2 E's were on the show as well. So
Yes,
yeah.
I wasn't so sure about the timing, but I think it was in the second year. That was pretty cool. Our music episode.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it definitely was. It was our music episode, which we should probably do one of those a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Sergio, last year we actually wrote down our hopes for season 2 of Haken. And I went through and I looked at them and I said, I put a yes or a no on them. And I kind of talked about, and it's mostly just to see whether or not they happened or, yeah. So
Right.
the first one was your hope that Animal Crossing comes out by or around the second anniversary.
Oh man.
So how's that one looking so far?
No, that is looking like a no.
Yep. But you had a very nice recovery here because you followed that up with, even if it doesn't, for sure this second year will feature a lot of details and coverage about it. Actual official stuff. So, yes, you got that one right.
Yeah, and finally, yeah, we're finally getting official news right from the source.
Yep. So that's all you really needed.
Yes.
I mean, we need the game, but still, it's good to have something about it. Your next thing that you said is you hope that our community will grow a lot more. It already has begun since the announcement, but it will be awesome to interact with everyone and share their excitement. And I'd say that's a big yes. I think we've
Yes.
grown a lot. I see definitely a lot of new people here, so it's always fun to see everybody come in and having some fun with us. So very
Yes.
happy about that. And then the last one, here it is. This was your last hope, Sergio. If it does come out within the year, off to a bad start on this one. Just planning how we're going to play it. How are we getting it? Like a special bundle? How many copies? I'm seriously considering going to the Nintendo Store, New York during launch. Things like that. I'm super excited. So let's break this one down a bit. We don't really know if there's a special bundle yet, but do you think we're getting one?
I hope so, but I think it's gonna be with the Switch Lite.
Mm. I think we're getting
Which
both still.
hopefully,
Most,
hopefully.
I just can't give up hope on some Animal Crossing Joy-Con. I need that.
Yes.
The other thing is, how have you done with like planning how you're gonna play the game?
Oh, so yeah, that has been planned. Like some of you may know, I'm gonna be recording every second that I play um, on my TV. But actually, not sure if you know this, tree, but I recently got a second Switch, but it's a regular Switch. It's the Switch 2.0, as some people call it.
Oh.
So there is going to be another island.
Oh man, I'm so excited for you. I want to get the Switch 2.0. That's why I want there to be two Animal Crossing themed ones, so I can get the regular Switch with the better battery and the Switch Lite with the non-Switch ability.
Yes.
So yeah, I do really love that you're going to be recording every moment of your gameplay. It's a brave task, and I'm glad somebody's doing it. Here's another follow-up question for you. Do you know how many copies you're getting of the game?
So probably two.
Okay.
One for
And that's
each
for you.
because yes, because there most likely there's no sharing between physical and digital. So two will do, and yes, I'm planning to get a few copies for people here in Haken.
Yeah, that's true. We've already got 3 giveaway copies. The fourth one is still in the works of finding a winner. We did some Amiibo Festival yesterday to find our next 2 semi-finalists, so it's getting close, you know?
Yes.
So we are okay. I was also going to ask this other one. I was going to move on to my next one, but the Nintendo store in New York, are you still thinking of going there for the launch?
It's I want to, but I don't want to because that means I'm not playing the game, as soon as it's out. So no, probably not.
Yeah. Well, technically you would be, because it's like you're on the East Coast and it would come out at midnight East.
Right.
It'd be the same time as 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Sorry, 9 p.m.
Yes.
in California where you are. So I don't know. I feel like you could still play it right when it comes out, but you would have some like travel time being at the store. Luckily, the Switch is portable, so
Yes.
you could get it. but yeah, that I don't know. I know you've already got your 2 weeks of vacation off for that, so that's good.
Yes. Yes.
I've only put that day off, the day it comes out, so I'll be waiting a little bit before I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here were my hopes. I only had a couple of them. I guess I tend to be a little less hopeful than people. But my first one, I hope Animal Crossing Switch is out by our next anniversary. And that was a resounding no. It is not out. And then my last one is I hope we can get some more great guests on the show this year. I have some interviews in the works, and I'm sure we'll be having a guest on soon. And that is a yes. We did have plenty of guests this past year, so that was pretty good. I think it was a solid year for sure.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, so we were each 50% on our yeses and nos. So hopefully, and we're going to go over this again at the end of the show. We're going to go over our hopes and everything, and we'll see how those go this next year.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do another audience participation before moving into a little game that we're going to play. But this question is, what is your favorite KK Slider song? And Sergio, you actually gave me a list of your top 5 recently.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, I wonder if you figured out why yet.
No.
Well, that's good because it's a surprise and you'll know probably in December what it is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or you never know. Maybe October, maybe next month. No, probably not because I haven't received them yet.
No.
So it's physical. It's a thing.
Oh, nice.
But so everybody can know, what is your favorite once again?
It is KK Moody from New Leaf.
Yeah. That one's great. My favorite is, and it's become my favorite kind of recently, but KK Jazz. I still don't really care for the intro to it, but the rest of it is just like, it's got me snapping my fingers, waggling my toes around, getting my dance pants on. I love it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see. Dragonflame says disco. And then Gary said all of them. If I have to, though, bubblegum.
Nice.
Maybe Frozen said lucky KK. And then Winnie World said bubblegum as well. Quantrell said KK disco. Panic Mancer said KK bossa.
Nice.
Dragonflame also bubblegum. Bubblegum's popular. So is bossa.
Yes.
Winnie World said, ooh, bossa is pretty good. Star said KK fair. Tab said KK Love Song. And then, let's see, Katamari said KK Cruisin'.
That's a good one, yes.
Yeah, Cruisin', that's a groove right there. Real Life Cloud said Bubblegum KK as well. And then Reina said Marine Song 2001. And I always wonder what the 2001 is about on that song because, you know, the game came out in 2001. So I wonder what like the significance of that one is to get that 2001 tag behind it, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So Skelly said KK Metal. Ace said KK House. Let's see. Winnie World said KK Bossa is one of my faves too. And so, yeah, Ace changed their mind. KK House is their favorite now. So yeah, lots of great KK Slider songs. So, Sergio, let's play a little game. And I don't know how this is gonna go. Maybe I should get the list out so I can mark some off and figure out who you're picking. But we're going to play a couple games, 4, of 20 questions. And I told Sergio to pick a special character and a villager. So I have also picked a special character and a villager. And we're going to go through and try to figure out which characters we picked in 20 questions. So, yes. Sergio, do you want to go first or second? And by that, I mean, do you want to guess first or guess second?
Maybe I can guess first, but just to confirm, these are yes or no questions, and I'm guessing we're not going to be looking at the Discord, correct?
Yes, we won't look at the Discord, and we'll keep it here, top secret. So you're guessing what my special character is, right?
Yes.
Okay. And hopefully we didn't pick the same one. I picked two just in case. So I have my first one in mind. Since I'm going first, I don't really have to worry about my second pick. You just have to worry if I picked yours.
Right.
Okay.
I think we'll be safe.
Yeah. I think we're good. All right. So give me your questions.
Okay. Is your special character female?
Yes.
Okay. Is your special character in the dog species?
Yes. Oh man, you're gonna get it so fast.
Was your special character introduced before New Leaf?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That changes things. So before New Leaf, is your special character, do they have their own shop?
Yes.
Is your special character pink?
Yes. I feel like you gotta know it at this point, right?
So is your special character Harriet?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like you knew what I was gonna go for. Like you asked all the right questions.
Oh.
All I could say was yes.
I was actually thinking Isabel at first.
Oh, funny. Okay. Well, that one was quick. You got it really fast. That was 5, by the way. I was keeping
nice.
track. Okay. I am going to ask you now.
Yes.
Is your special character KK Slider?
No.
Okay. That was kind of my joke one, but I thought I had to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your special character male?
Yes.
Okay. Does your special character run a shop?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, I've asked 3 questions. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this one because it can get tricky. Does your special character sell clothing in New Leaf?
No.
Okay. Does it... Okay. I'm trying to keep track. So you said yes to shop, not clothing. Okay.
Right.
Does your special character sell flowers in New Leaf?
Yes.
Okay. Is your special character a sloth?
Yes.
All right. Is your special character Leaf?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured this would be the easiest of the 2 options.
Yes, right, agreed.
Because the next one, we're going to be guessing villagers.
Yeah, there's a lot more of those.
Yeah, and I picked a tricky one.
Oh.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I picked 2 just in case you went first. But I guess, yeah. Do you want to start asking me some questions on this?
Okay, so let's see. Your regular villager. Is it a male villager?
Yes.
Was the villager introduced before New Leaf?
I don't 100% know. let me find out real quick. I'm going to find out. Don't worry. I'm going to this villagers page. My guess is... I guess the answer is yes, but I never saw this villager until New Leaf. So, yes.
Okay. Yes, okay. So male, let's see. So is your villager a cat?
No, but I was tempted to do that because you don't know any cats.
I know 3. Probably a few more by now. So So it's not a cat. Let's see. Okay, here's an interesting one. Is that villager in your town right now? In your
No.
Haken? No. Okay. Hmm. Is your character a bird?
No. Also, I don't
Is
remember how many questions you're at.
ooh, I'm not sure either.
I think that was 5.
Or
Okay,
maybe
wait.
6.
Okay, your first question was male, right?
Yes.
Next one was
New leaf.
new leaf. Next one was cat.
Yes.
This one was bird.
And then before that, if it was in Haken,
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was 5
we're thinking
questions. I
5.
was
Okay.
keeping track the whole time.
Nice. Is your villager a rabbit?
No.
Oh man, is your villager a wolf?
No.
Is your villager a dog?
No.
Oh, wait.
Yes. I mean, it's not, but I'm very proud of myself right now.
Is your villager a bear?
No.
Oh man, is your villager a gorilla?
No.
Oh no,
You're
what's
up
gonna?
to. I will tell you, you are halfway now.
Okay. Oh, I think I got it. Is your villager a frog?
No.
Ah. Um, is your villager a squirrel?
Yes.
Oh, good. It narrows it down.
You're at 12 now.
So male squirrel before new leaf though. That's tricky.
Yes, it was introduced before New Leaf.
Is your villager blue colored?
It has blue colors, but it is not fully blue.
Is your would your villager be an electric type if he was a Pokemon?
I'd say yes.
Oh, is your villager?
Well, not
oh,
actually. I don't know. I know what you're going for with that one. But I actually, you know what? I'm not gonna let you wait. Keep. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ask your questions. I think it would be an electric type, but it's probably not what you're thinking.
oh, okay. So it is. It's your villager static.
No.
Okay. Some blue, but not blue. Is your villager Marshall?
No.
No, he's from New Leaf. That was a waste.
Yeah, wasted that question, Sergio. And I think you're at 16. I may have missed one, but you just wasted one, so whatever.
This is tough. Where are the other ones? I'm looking. Oh. Is your villager Cranky?
Yes.
Is your villager Ricky?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
You got it.
We got it.
You got it. So Ricky was in my town, not one of my starting villagers, but I think he was like my second or so to move in. And at first I didn't really like him. He was, but then one day, this little guy named Dr. Shrunk was walking around my town, asked about building a club, and then he said he needed some signatures. So I went over to Ricky, and Ricky was like, a place where kids can be rowdy and loud? I'm in, as long as they're not rowdy and loud over here. So I that's when I knew Ricky, he's a homeboy.
Oh,
He's a
man,
good
that's
friend
some
for me.
good logic there.
Yep. So,
Nice.
yeah. All right, you got that in. Well, my count is 18. It
Yes.
could be 19. It could be 17. I don't know, but we'll take the average.
Nice. That was too many.
It was a lot for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, how am I going to approach this? Because I feel like, the good strategy is to go by just listing species and everything.
Yes.
All right, I'll start with this. Is your villager female?
Yes.
Okay. Is your villager a cat?
No.
Okay. I wanted it to be a cat. Is your villager a dog?
No.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll keep track this time.
All right. It's a female villager. Is your villager... Oh, you could be playing pretty strategic. Is your villager a bird?
No.
Okay. Because then there are like 3 different species of birds that you can go off of.
Oh.
I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is your villager... Oh man, I should keep track which ones I've done. I've asked cat, I've asked dog, I've asked bird.
Yes.
So is your villager a rhino?
No.
Dang it. I like the rhinos. Is your... If it were... I was about to ask penguin, but it's not a bird.
Oh.
So, yeah, I got lucky there.
Right.
Let's see. Is your villager a squirrel?
Yes.
Okay, we both picked squirrels. Very
Interesting.
interesting. All right, well, this narrows it down. So there are lots of squirrels.
Yeah, they're still a good bunch.
Is your villager a superhero?
No.
Okay, so not Agent S.
Question number 8.
Okay, I'm on 8. Is your villager green?
No.
Okay. Is your villager brown?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I'll say yes. Dark brown.
Okay. Yes, a dark brown. I think I know where I'm going. Does your villager wear a red shirt?
Yes.
Okay. Does your villager have a unibrow?
No.
Oh no!
Ah.
I thought I was onto something. Also, I realize now I wasn't very specific with this red shirt thing.
Nice.
So I don't know if they were wearing a red shirt in your town now or just they start with one. Okay.
No, the default one. The default one.
Okay, the default one is red.
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, this could be a bad question.
Question number 12.
I'm on 12? Okay.
Yes.
Does your villager have a nut-themed name?
Yes.
Okay. Is your villager Pecan?
Yes.
Yes, I nailed it.
Nice. 13.
Awesome. Well, we did it. Did everybody pecan or pecan? I don't know how people say it. How do you say it, Sergio?
I was thinking pecan. Like
Pecan.
pecan pie.
Pecan pie. I say pecan.
Oh, I like it. It sounds foreign.
I mean, isn't it though? I don't know where they come from. Well, that was fun. It was fun to guess all these villagers. There's so many to go off of.
Yeah.
Did anybody guess them before we did? Probably did.
Yeah. It's funny that we both pick squirrels. Very interesting.
Yeah, I kind of expected you to pick a squirrel. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll pick a squirrel. And so that was my whole thing. Shoot, I'm already forgetting who your Leaf. What was your inspiration for picking Leaf?
I saw him mention in the stream yesterday because he doesn't have an amiibo figure, and I think he should. That's why.
Yeah, he really should. So should Brewster. There are a lot of really great
Yeah.
special characters who just don't. And I keep track of them on a big list that I have of everybody who doesn't have an amiibo figure. And funny enough, Harriet's the first one I wrote down on that list
Oh,
because
that's
I'm
right.
looking at
Yeah.
it right now. There's Harriet, Joan, Leaf, Luna, Katrina, Porter, LaBelle, Mabel, Gracie, Pelly, Pete, Phyllis, Lyle, Red, Shrunk, Tortimer, Brewster, Copper, Booker, Don Rossetti, Wisp, Phineas, Harvey, and I guess Lloyd. You can count Lloyd. He
Yeah.
doesn't have an amiibo figure. So there are a lot.
Man.
Harriet, I picked just because there are a lot of dogs. But then you asked if she was female first. And
Yeah.
I was like, there aren't too many female dogs.
Right. Right.
There's like Isabel, Harriet, and are there any more outside of that?
None come to mind right away.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not
there's
sure.
males for sure, but female?
Yeah, because then you got Copper, Booker, KK Slider. You've
Digby.
got
Yeah.
Digby. There are a lot of dogs, special character dogs, but
Yeah.
I was mostly going for one that would be difficult because there's a lot.
Nice.
I kind of wish I went with the bird now for my villager though.
That would have added an extra layer to the mystery.
Yeah, there are a lot of different species within the birds.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we have a third question for all of you, another audience participation question. And that question is, what is your favorite podcast moment in the past year? And Sergio, this is, of course, that part of every 1 year anniversary show where we look back at all of our good times, the bad times. What was your favorite moment this past year?
My favorite moment was right after, well, basically the E3 day when they show the game, and then when you were doing a live stream when they were doing the Treehouse segment, and basically I was watching you watching the reveal, the additional footage of the game. Uh, then you went on break, and I went on a sort of like a rampage in terms of talking here with everyone on Discord. It was amazing. I spoke with everyone for about 2 hours. And then you came back and we did a live podcast. So that was really cool. Just that day, that morning.
Yeah, you were. I wish I was listening to what you were saying too, because I want to get like your raw, I guess, kind of emotions and reactions from that day. And like, how did you feel at the first? Like, what did you want to talk about when you were talking with everybody? Like, what did you talk about? Because I didn't hear it.
Mostly, it was my concern that what they showed on the part of the E3 reel, the direct, if you will, it seemed lacking. It seemed like it would have been better if they just showed the Treehouse segment first, which I know they wouldn't do that really, but I feel like my main point was that the Treehouse segment really clarified a lot of things and the game was looking good. It wasn't looking a little mobile-ish like at first I thought. Definitely not. It's looking amazing.
Yeah, and like thinking back to that too, because I definitely had that same type of feel, that same type of reaction where it was like, this does seem kind of bare. It doesn't seem like it's full yet, but now looking back of it and knowing more of the context behind that first trailer, which was very focused on showing you that like you're moving into a new town, but this is not like any town you've ever moved into. This town doesn't exist yet. You're starting from scratch. It's a deserted island, and you're essentially tasked to build it or not build it as much as you want.
Right, yes.
And so now looking back at that trailer, I'm just like, oh man, what a fool I was. Like, this is brilliant. This is exactly what the first steps of the game are, what our first steps into our new our islands are going to be. It's just going to be empty, and there's going to be a world of possibilities, and we've still to this day like still have only scratched the surface of that. We've gotten like very few scenes of something a little bit more developed, some more like fencing and houses built to a bigger point and some more decorations around the town, But really, it's just like we mostly see tons and tons of shots of the environment, not really inside a house or anything, but more outside spaces, lots of weeds, lots of growth, lots of nature, you know?
Yes.
So it's pretty cool that it's going to be like a very unsettled space thus far. And that's what we're going into with this game. It's going to be very awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of my favorite moment. Well, mostly because I feel like it's hard to be different from your most, the E3 moment, the one you
Yes.
said, because that is a very fun time for us. It's one of those few random days in the middle of the week that I actually like take off, especially for something Nintendo, because we know Nintendo's schedule tends to be, hey, everybody, we're going to have a direct tomorrow. Come see it.
Yeah, right.
And it's too short notice to be like, hey, boss, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Is that cool? It's not something that you can really plan around,
Yes.
But then E3 rolls around and you're just like, I've had this day off for like months now. Like it's been on my schedule. I'm not going to be here. We're just going to have some fun and play this game. Or, watch E3.
Yes.
And I guess I'm getting ahead of myself because I already marked my calendar for March 20th, 2020. I'm not going to be at work. No way. It's going to be an all-day stream. I'm going to visit your town. You're going to visit my town. We're going to be visiting everybody's places, and it's going to be so much fun just to have it all going. So, yeah, it's hard to pick something different from that because it was a lot of fun. I don't know. I guess I also kind of like every once in a while. I feel like I don't complain too much, and because I don't really have too much to complain about, but Animal Crossing gets me there,
Yes.
So I like those moments when I can complain that Animal Crossing isn't getting any love. And so we got that right before, like, all the way up to June this past year. That's what it felt like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also really liked the moment recently. Like, I feel connected with everybody in this, where we've been burned so many times, it's hard to believe that Nintendo's going to talk about Animal Crossing. And then all of a sudden the direct happens and we're like, oh, it might be there, it might not. I don't know. We've been fooled before. and then we get something and everybody's like, wow, I wasn't expecting anything to pop up here. Like literally when they were going to talk about Animal Crossing, the moment before I typed, well, it looks like they're not going to talk about Animal Crossing. And then right then they're like, let's talk about Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty fun moment. Nice. Let's go ahead and look through some people's answers about their favorite moments this past year. Tab said the trivia episode. And I loved this episode, Sergio, because your questions were so hard. And I hit you with like really hard questions too, like name 5 cats. And you named about 3.
Yes.
Do you think you could do better today?
Oh, yes.
All right, I'm going to give you 1 minute to name more than 3 cats.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go with Bob, Mitzi, Katie. Hold on, Rudy.
Okay. You need one more.
Oh no. Did I say Rosie already?
I don't think you did, actually. I think you said Bob, Mitzi, Katie, Rudy, and Rosie.
And Rudy. Okay, there you go.
And it's really funny to me that you still don't say Rover.
Oh, yes, Rover, of course.
I mean, he's like your introduction to the game. After,
Anka?
I guess you get stuck on seeing KK Slider, and then Rover's like, oh, who's this guy? What were you going to say?
I don't know if Anka is a cat.
Yeah, Anka is the Egyptian-looking cat.
Cool.
All right. Well, you did it. You named more than 5 cats. I'm proud of you.
And Olivia, there you go.
Yep. Oh my goodness. You're totally saying that because my comments on my Friday video are just like, that is Olivia, not Monique. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Like, I constantly call Olivia Monique on accident. And I commented back too, and I was like, I just feel like a mom who's listing out all of her children before finally getting to that right name of the child they're talking to. So that's how I felt. Let's see. Dragon said, yeah, the trivia episode is up there. And then Quantrell said, guest hosting. That was a good episode for him. Yeah, I thought that was really good. It was fun to have Quantrell on. And, having somebody who's such a fan from the very beginning, too. It's always really cool to see others who got into it when it was just a small GameCube game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Panic Mancer said the postcast after E3. It was exciting to have news to celebrate. And yeah, that was I think that's just an exciting time for everybody, like when we've just gotten news, and then all of a sudden there's so much footage to look at for the first time in years that we waited, and I can say years now because we've been doing this for 2 years. So it's pretty good. Winnie World said the unpopular opinion one was my least favorite. And I'm really glad because I was hoping that people would be angry with us after this one. Yeah. Cathario also said E3 was a good one. So yeah, the E3 one, very solid for sure. Katamari said, I loved when the September Direct happened and the server exploded. Yeah, we had a lot of new people.
Yeah.
So that was really good. Tab said they actually loved the unpopular opinion one. I think it's fun for people to share their unpopular opinions, and find that small group of people who agrees with you about something that nobody else agrees with. Yeah. Let's see. Dragon said, maybe the episode when the main theme changed to the New Horizons theme. I can't get enough of that theme, and I associate it with the podcast now. And yeah, so that was right after E3, too. I was just like, you know what? We're going to go get this song right now and use it literally everywhere. And I'm finally recording my own version, and it needs some work. Nina said, I loved when Jackie went off the rails with her Animal Crossing ideas. Right, we had Jackie on the show.
Yeah.
That's another one of our guests. So it was very fun to have her, and she had some great ideas, like falling off the cliffs and getting hurt.
Yes.
I still like it. I think it'd be cute to have a little hospital. Yes. And Winnie World returned and said the unpopular opinion one was good. They were just joking about it being their least favorite. Let's see. Real Life Cloud said the episode the week before E3. I listened during work and was just practically bouncing with excitement. The energy right before the reveal was so memorable. And yeah, like I said, when you have that day that you can just have it planned off and you're just going to go into a situation where you get to enjoy your favorite video games and everything getting announced, that's awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to look. Oh, Winnie World said, oh, here, I got it. I like the one where they talked about how the Nintendo app could work with Animal Crossing Switch. Yeah, Sergio, you have some awesome ideas for that, I think.
Yeah, there's so many. There's a lot of potential there. Hopefully we start hearing about that soon.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, lots of really great moments. Everybody's really happy. This has been a positive place, especially for the game and everything. I see Monique and Olivia here. They're different characters, I know. My favorite one, though, was when somebody said, fake fan, that's Olivia, not Monique. And I was like, dang, I just got burned.
But if you notice, we kind of seem to get big events every 3 months or so. Good events usually. The bad event was in February, or when we didn't get anything, in the direct. But every 3 months or so, there's news, and I think that's gonna continue until next March.
Wow. So are you saying there's going to be a December Direct with
I
that's dedicated to Animal Crossing?
Yes, exactly. Early December.
I mean, we need one for sure. Because usually, like the past couple years, Nintendo has had a December game, and funny enough, not this year. And their schedule has been pretty busy. It's pretty much nonstop games the rest of this year. We just got Link's Awakening this past Friday. I haven't gotten it, but I want to. um, and then next month, at the end of the month, is Luigi's Mansion 3 for Halloween. And then we've got Pokemon just a couple weeks after that. And then
Right.
December. There's nothing going on in December, you
Right.
know? So hopefully we get a little something from Nintendo.
Yeah, it would be a good time to remind people, hey, you're playing our games now. Well, here's a little something for early next year.
Yeah, that would be really good, especially because, their schedule's not too busy at the beginning of the year. We did get that port of Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE or FE Sharp. I forget what order it goes in. But that, of all of the games I wanted ported, that was probably the one I wanted most because it was one that I didn't get on
Right.
the Wii U.
Yeah.
I had most everything, and then I was like, you know what? I want a game that I don't have. Because I tend to skip the ones that I already have,
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you all for sharing your favorite moments. It's been a fun year. It's been really good to just like go from knowing practically nothing. We knew the game was coming when this year started, or at least this year of Haken,
Yes.
But outside of that, there was literally nothing. We had to just wait and wait and wait. And now there's so many things we can talk about with this game, So it's really cool to see it. Anyways, we're going to go into our next segment, and we're going to talk a little bit about Season 3 of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, and where we want to go with this show. So
Yes.
let's talk goals, Sergio. What are your goals for the next year of Haken?
So, since we will finally, have the game, assuming nothing really bad happens and we get a pretty big delay, which I doubt it, I mean, who wants to talk about a delay, right? But if anything, it might be a couple of months. I don't think, maybe up to May 2020, if I seriously doubt it because they have been telling us the exact date for so long, But as we're gonna have the game, and my goals are to do indeed have weekly video highlights of my gameplay, maybe even live streams every week or so. And one thing that I really want to get into is helping new people that are joining our Discord and get into the game. Whenever they do, we're gonna start from day one, but not everyone is going to be able to do that. So I want to be there for people that are starting out and maybe helping them. Some people don't want help, that's fine, because they want to progress at their own pace, but if they do, I want to be there for them.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about that too, because I do want to also start like implementing some of our gameplay and our podcast footage, so people who are listening on YouTube can, get a little bit of extra stuff there,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I also plan on recording a lot for this game. I mean, right now my expectations are I'm going to be playing the game every day right when I get home anyways, so I'm probably just going to stream right when I get back.
Right.
And, just join everybody. Let them see my time with the game, especially because I'm going to be taking it during lunch and I'll do some shop stuff, or I guess not shop stuff if we don't get shops. I mean, we probably will. But yeah, I'm going to do some stuff around lunchtime, do some of the daily things, and then, yeah, just play on a regular basis. So I'm sure I'll have lots of footage to add to the podcast and everything. And lots of videos for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then helping everybody out. That is really awesome too, because I'm expecting tons of new players to Animal Crossing, you know?
Yes.
We've seen the Switch be a very exciting console for people. So some are coming back to Nintendo after years of being gone. And, you know, when you come back from Nintendo after a long time, chances are you probably missed Animal Crossing. And that was a really great game for people. And some people have just like seen it around more than ever, and they see a fan base that's very excited by the game and very loyal to it. And it, you know, just overall obsessed like us, you know?
Right.
And so they say, like, I wonder what the hubbub's about. Let's go check this out, you know? So,
Right.
yeah, it'll be really cool to help players out and let them know, like, all the things that they can do in this game for sure.
Yes, especially if the time travel is gone indeed. You know, progress is going to be a little bit slower, so it's we're gonna have a better chance of getting the early items for people that are starting out, so we can help them out.
Yeah, definitely. So my goals, I wrote down a few of them. The first is to have a Haken calendar to serve as your New Horizons companion when that game comes out. So I want to. I've talked about the calendar before. I've got, I think, 8 art pieces that are about to be well, there 2 of them are getting worked on, so we're at 6 right now, and 2 more are in the works. And I'm gonna start contacting artists a little bit sooner because I want to have it essentially done by late January, early February, so people can start ordering it, you know.
Yes.
And I plan it to go from March 2020 to March 2021, so it'll have 13 pieces of art total. And then, yeah, I want it to just be there with everybody so you can, like, mark special days on your calendar, and keep notes of, like, what you did each day. So even if you can't, like, record your footage or, you know, keep track of your gameplay as well. But I mean, you can do like screenshots at least, you know.
Yes.
But at least you can make a little mental note and remember special days that you had with this game, you know. And then I see the the chat going crazy with stickers too. This is something that was in the latest Haken newsletter, and so I guess Patreon supporters, I write a little newsletter every month so they can get to know like what the going-ons with Haken and the background has been lately. But I've been thinking of what the shortcomings to this calendar would be, and because there will be some. We don't know any new characters, for example. We won't know their birthdays, so we can't really put them on the calendar, for example. So to combat that, I was thinking, you know what? Let's make like a sticker set that will have all of the new characters they added to the game, and you can put them on to your calendar and add those, and also add any of like the holidays that we don't know about, like international ones as well, so you can keep track of when you got to go bother your international friends and say, hey, can I come over for this holiday? And yeah, so I want it to be a really good guide that will help make everything really great while you play the game. So
yeah,
the stickers will be an add-on that you can get later just to make up for the stuff that's not going to be on there, because I already foresee stuff not being on there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another goal is I want to do, and I haven't really talked to you about this, Sergio, and I'm not going to get too specific with it either, but I have a plan, and it's going to be a very experimental episode of Haken. It's going to be very different. My friend Edwin told me about this, and I was like, I love this idea. I think we need to make it happen for sure. So I think you'll like it, Sergio. It's going to be a very different episode from what we've done so far. So I hope it's fun.
Cool. Any timing yet on that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I do know it will take some writing and some voices.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think we'll have fun with it, though.
Nice.
I think you're going to like it.
Cool.
Yeah. Outside of that, I really want to improve the quality of the music on the show. We've had the same kind of tracks playing the whole time. We've kind of only had the trailer New Horizons music play on the show. So I am, like I said, in the process of recording the New Horizons theme. But outside of that, like, I'm learning other songs to just update what music you have to listen to, and in general, just make them sound better, because I've always been kind of not satisfied with the sound of the song so far, you know? So, yeah. Those are my 3 goals over the next season of Haken.
Nice, cool.
So, finally, we also listed out some of our dreams. And Sergio, you have some dreams. I have some dreams. What are your dreams for this next year?
Yes, so my dreams for Haken for year 3 or season 3 is I just want Haken to become the place to be for Animal Crossing updates and just the best Animal Crossing community around. I want it to be known as the place to be. I want it to be, the creme de la creme when it comes to. I want other Animal Crossing communities to want to be us. I want, I want everyone there to move here. Just Haken exploding. Yes, that's it. in a good way.
Yeah, I love that too, just because, I don't know, I think we have such a fun group. We're so inviting to everybody, and everybody's always really, I love seeing whenever somebody comes in and people just hop in and say welcome. It could be different people every time, but just welcoming everybody here, I really care about that. And, I do it whenever I can and remember and feel like, oh, I missed several. I'm going to say hi to everybody, or I just happened to see this person come in, so I hop in there. But, Sergio and I can't be around all the time, and we are really appreciative of our mod team as well, who's here to just in case we aren't.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and everybody, I feel like this place self-moderates. So everybody's pretty nice and kind and keeps it a great place. So I think it's good if we explode in a good way,
yes,
not a bad way.
Yes. And, Tab makes a good point that this is already the best community. And I do agree. I guess my explanation is that I don't want to hear about others. I don't want there to be others. This is the one. I want to see the other ones fall.
Yeah.
And my other dream is to have more guests, and more collaborations, maybe with other Animal Crossing groups or with even bigger Animal Crossing personalities. And I see your dreams coming up, so it's basically along the same way, and we'll get to that.
Awesome. Then, yeah, I'll say mine because it does really relate to yours. And my dream is just to have Nintendo on this show. Anybody who's worked on Animal Crossing New Horizons or any previous Animal Crossing game, I just want to have somebody from that world give us their insight, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big dream for me. And then the last one is, of course, to have some official Haken merch. Hopefully we can make that happen.
Oh.
We're already going for the calendar. That's for sure going to be a thing that we do. And then outside of that, like, it'd be fun to have t-shirts. It'd be fun to have like stickers, magnets, pins, whatever people like.
Yes.
So yeah, be sure to let us know what you like as far as like fan merch goes and stuff. So yeah, we'll keep it in mind and we'll make something happen. Yeah. So, anyways, I guess we're getting to the end here, Sergio. We're on Haken's Islander Corner.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Haken's Islander Corner, each week we ask our patrons on Patreon a question and then read some of their answers here. This week's question was, if you could only have one game on a deserted island, what would it be? And in case you are keeping track of these questions, you'll notice that we are asking questions that were asked to the developers during E3. So this was their second question that they got asked. And Sergio, I kind of mentioned that I expect a lot of us to say Animal Crossing because, of course, we would.
Yes.
That's just what we do. But what would your game be? Both you can say which Animal Crossing and then say what it would be if it weren't Animal Crossing.
Nice. So yes, definitely New Leaf. Because if it's now, New Leaf. If New Horizons it's out, then New Horizons. As far as the game that is not Animal Crossing, is there Wi-Fi on this deserted island?
You know what? I'm saying because we're going to have the capability to play video games, I'm going to say it's just set up. You got the setup. You got the TV, you got power, you've got internet.
Nice, then Rocket League for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Yes.
Yeah. So mine, it's New Horizons. I'm not even gonna play the game of like if it's not even out yet. I'm just gonna say it's New Horizons. I've never played it, so I'm sure it'll be brand new to me, and I'll love playing it forever. And if not an Animal Crossing game, it's Splatoon. Splatoon
Nice.
2 specifically.
Yes.
In case you didn't hear me pronounce Splatoon with a 2 in the middle. But yeah, Splatoon is... I always love playing that game. It's too much fun for me.
Nice. Good thing we have the setup.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta have our wired connection.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So this island really has it all. It may be deserted, but it comes with its benefits, you know? So anyway, let's go through... Anybody, come on. Anyway, let's go through our village Haken Islander answers, and I'll go ahead and start. Valerie Figs said, definitely Animal Crossing New Horizons, but since it's not out yet, I'll have to go with New Leaf.
Nice.
Kind of like your answer, Sergio.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, with Animal Crossing, you get the social aspect that we probably wouldn't have in the deserted island. I think, that's good enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Lampshade says, if I was limited to one game on a deserted island, I would choose to be stuck with Risk. I'm working on the assumption that other people are also trapped on the island with me. Nothing passes the time like a board game that can take several days, and nothing makes me feel more at home than world domination.
Yeah, that's a good one. Though, you know what? Recently, a friend of mine told me that one of their friends is like really good at Risk. And they're like, oh yeah, this game isn't going to last more than an hour when they play. So I guess they're really good at world domination.
Oh, nice.
But for the rest of us, we'll stick to that 3-day gameplay for that game. So Andrew Arto said, thank you, I don't know why I said that. Chewy and Sergio probably already know my answer from seeing when I'm always online. I'm constantly playing Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game is packed to the brim with limitless different ways to play, and if someone finds their way to the deserted island too, you could play with them. If New Horizons were out, I'd have to say that, but for now, it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So
Nice.
yeah, good choice. And it does have a lot to do. That World of Light is nonstop.
Yeah, that's true. It's in the name. It is the ultimate version of Smash, and it does have a lot of content. So yeah, that's a great pick. Next answer is by Alex or Coconut, and he says, I would buy one of those memory erasing sticks from Men in Black and wipe my own memory of Breath of the Wild and then take Zelda Breath of the Wild with me. That game got literal hundreds of hours out of me. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that's a good pick that Sergio still needs to finish.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I played that game a lot too. I took a long time off of it since it released because that was like the only game I played for months, when it came out.
Yeah.
And then, so I needed a long break from it. But when I returned, I did the DLC and it was a very good time.
Oh, nice.
So Mal said, even though Animal Crossing Population Growing is my favorite game, I think I'd have to go Stardew Valley. The relationships are more in depth, which would keep me company on a deserted island. Also, I'm a sucker for farming in games.
Oh, nice. That covers a lot of bases. Yes.
Yeah, Stardew Valley has a lot going on for it. I still want to go back to it and do like a multiplayer island. So you guys, all of you, let me know if you have that game and want to play multiplayer. I have it on Switch and I have it on my Mac. So those are the only two that have multiplayer as well. So if you can play multiplayer, you can play with me.
Nice. So Dragon says, it would have to be a multiplayer game, as those are the most enjoyable to me. Rocket League literally never gets old, so I would play that and maybe duo with Surge. Yes, Dragon, we would play it forever and take everyone down, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, that's a good pick, especially because, you get a little good competition and everything. And I think he meant replayable too. So you can just keep playing over and over, and it never
Yes.
gets old. So Honey Ocean said, if I can't choose Animal Crossing since that's the obvious choice, it would have to be Red Dead Redemption 2. I know the two are on two opposite sides of the spectrum, of the gaming spectrum, but there's so much to do in that game. Endless random encounters. It's massive. Yeah, one of the big, open world games is definitely a good choice too, because you can just keep going and going in those, and
Yes.
who knows when you'll find the end,
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually didn't really finish it, but they said also a massive encyclopedia to complete, horses galore, and a wonderful main story I'd play again and again. So
Oh, nice.
encyclopedias are very exciting because we love collection here in Animal Crossing. So
Oh,
it's always good
yes.
to have another thing to finish up.
Yeah, definitely. And the last answer for this week is by Winnie World, and they say, other than Animal Crossing, my favorite game is Ooblets, which isn't out yet, but in this scenario where I'm apparently on a deserted island with a big video game, it is out. I have been following this game since close to the beginning of information about it coming out. It's set in a world said to be a mix of Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, and other farming games, and Pokemon. The art style is also super cute. I just love everything about it. Oh, that sounds like a really good combo.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this game. It looks really adorable. It's being made by just a couple people. And I actually back them on Patreon, just because I love them and what they're doing. And the game looks adorable. It has cute little dances and everything. So it's called Ooblets. I just saw Ace want us to repeat the name, but I'm seeing some gifs of it too. But it looks so cute and colorful, and I'm
Ooh.
very excited for this one. It's gonna come out on PC first, I think, and then Xbox as well. And then who knows when they'll ever get it on Switch, but as soon as it's there, I'll get it there too.
Nice.
And then the last people I wanted to mention, because I kind of try to grab everybody, but a bunch of people said New Horizons as well. I listed anybody who already didn't mention New Horizons in the answers, but Kakulu, Grizzly Nina, Quantrell Emily with two E's, Pandora, Tab, Jam, Panic Mancer, Leto Jagger, Kevin Sund, Mason, and Cyborg Jiro, they all said New Horizons is their game to take to this island.
Nice.
Yeah, so really awesome choices. But yeah, Sergio, this has been fun. Do you have anything else to say about this special 2-year anniversary?
Well, just want to thank everyone that has been with us, regardless if you started with us from the beginning, from year one, from year two, or if this is your very first episode. That's still pretty awesome, and we're gonna be here for season three, year three. This is the year when we're getting the actual new game, New Horizons. So thank you for being here, and it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I'm very excited to have this next year with you because season 3 does mean New Horizons is going to be on this show very regularly. We're going to have so much to talk about. It's just going to get crazier and crazier from here on out.
Yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to be finally, eventually, I've been working on this for a long time, but I'm going to finally release another contest for another copy of New Horizons. It'll be our 5th and final option for winning a free copy of this game. But Sergio and I, we're going to be hopefully, just being generous and getting as many copies of this game out there as possible. So there we go.
Yes.
It's going to be cool. We got this question here. What if we win 2 copies? I don't know. I guess you're just going to be that lucky. You can do whatever you like with 2 copies, but thus far we've had no repeats on winners, so
Right.
it's been good so far. But yeah, we're each getting our own 2 copies, and then 5 copies to give out. So
Yes.
it should be a good year. Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast. Don't want the episode to end? Well, you can keep the conversation going by Nintendo switching over to our Discord. Just follow the link in the description, and you can talk with other people who love Animal Crossing as much as you do, including Sergio and me. Want to support the show in a bigger way and get your voice heard during the show? Visit patreon.com/ChewyPlaysNintendo. You can support our show with just $1, have an episode dedicated to you, get special access to a secret room on Discord, join in on the Haken's Islander Corner, and even read a monthly newsletter covering all things Haken and Chewy Plays. We really appreciate your support and put your money toward great things on the show. Tuned in on YouTube, the comments are a great place to let us know your answers to the Haken Islander Corner. What game would you take with you on a deserted island? If you dig what you hear, please KK slide over to that review section on your platform of choice. Let people know what they're missing out on. Haken is a wild production brought to you by Chewy, Sergio, and all of our patrons. We thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.